Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to The Unseen Wisdom. We're really glad you could join us today as we get into another deep dive. Before we start, just a quick ask. If you like what we do here, please hit subscribe, give us a thumbs up, maybe drop a comment. It genuinely helps us keep these discussions going. So today's topic, it's a big one unfolding in South Africa right now. We're talking about the explosive allegations from Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi. These claims are seriously questioning the integrity of the police services there.
Absolutely. It touches on public trust, national security, huge implications.
Exactly. And we're drawing this from various news reports, different perspectives, so it's complex. Our aim today is really to, unpack this complexity for you, try and make sense of it all.
It's fascinating, isn't it? Because while we've heard whispers or similar things before, this feels different. Mkhwanazi's briefing has really put a harsh spotlight right on the core of SAPS, the South African Police Service.
Yep.
We're asking fundamental questions now. Who's really in charge? Is there accountability? Are the protectors compromised? That's what's being suggested.
That's a potentially devastating assessment. So let's start right there with the briefing itself. Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi, he's the KZN Police Commissioner, right?
That's correct. KwaZulu-Natal Provincial Commissioner.
And he came forward with these, as many are calling them, damning claims, allegedly exposing political interference, implicating top officials in crime, even suggesting SSDS itself has been, captured by criminal syndicates.
That's the language being used, yes. Captured by syndicates.
What makes these claims so, potent compared to maybe past allegations?
I think it's the level of detail, the specificity. It's not vague. For instance, he claimed Lieutenant General was told, allegedly by the minister, to pull 121 dockets from the political killings task team.
121.
Yes. And the really chilling part, 5 of those dockets, Mkhwanazi asserted, already had instructions out to arrest suspects.
Wow. So active cases potentially stopped dead in their tracks.
Precisely. That specific detail, pulling dockets with arrest instructions, it strongly suggests an attempt to shield people. It moves beyond general claims of interference into alleged direct obstruction.
Right. Not just bureaucratic shuffling, but something deliberate.
Exactly. And adding weight to this, Mkhwanazi says he has proof. Digital evidence.
Digital. What kind?
Apparently, downloads from cell phones, banking apps, things that supposedly show payments, communications, a potential digital trail linking people to these alleged actions.
Okay, a digital trail. That changes the game somewhat. It makes it harder to dismiss as just hearsay.
It does, and it connects to how Mkhwanazi described these syndicates allegedly operating.
How so? What was the method?
He claimed it starts small, offering minor gifts to politicians, officials. Apparently, anything over 500 Rand undeclared counts as corruption there.
Right.
So, start small, build influence, gain control. A sort of insidious creep.
That classic slippery slope approach.
Yeah. And Mkhwanazi reportedly stated he believes, based on this digital trail, that maybe 90% of what he said is verifiable. He even mentioned specific bank accounts.
90%.
Yeah.
It's a high degree of confidence.
It is. And he alleges these syndicates don't just influence a few rogue officers. He's talking about a network. Politicians, SAPS members, Metro Police, correctional services officers, even prosecutors, parts of the judiciary.
Good grief. That's systemic, if true. A web right through the justice system.
That's the allegation. It paints a picture of corruption reaching into the very institutions meant to fight it.
Which explains why Mkhwanazi himself reportedly feels unsafe.
Understandably so. He's apparently said he only trusts the Special Task Force and the Tactical Intervention Unit for his own protection.
And the National Police Commissioner confirmed threats against him.
Yes, confirmed threats, and apparently his security detail has been significantly increased.
It really highlights the personal danger involved in whistleblowing at this level, doesn't it?
Absolutely. When the system you're supposed to trust is itself implicated, where do you turn? It makes his actions seem even more significant.
Definitely. Okay, let's talk about that political killings task team. Central to his claims is its disbandment. Mkhwanazi alleged the police minister ordered it shut down.
Yes, allegedly ordered by the minister, and crucially, Mkhwanazi claims this was done without the National Commissioner's authority or even knowledge, or his own, as the provincial commissioner.
And his belief was that this was done to protect people.
That's what was reported, yes. To shield certain individuals from investigation or prosecution by this specific team.
But then there's this contradiction.
Right. This is where it gets really murky at the top. The National Police Commissioner reportedly denied signing any letter to close the unit, flat out denied it.
Okay.
But his own deputy national police commissioner apparently stated he did receive such a letter originating from the national commissioner.
Somebody isn't telling the whole story, clearly. A direct contradiction between the top two police officials.
It appears so. It's a major point of confusion and contention.
From a legal standpoint, how does this stack up? A minister allegedly ordering a specific operational unit to be disbanded.
Well, legal experts are pointing to the Constitution. The minister handles policy, broadly speaking. The national commissioner manages operations, the day-to-day running of the police service.
Okay.
And establishing specific units usually falls under the provincial commissioner, like Mkhwanazi. So if the minister did directly order the disbandment of an operational unit,
That would be overstepping. Unlawful even.
that's the interpretation being put forward. It potentially violates the principle that police should be insulated from political interference. They serve the public, not a political party. That's fundamental.
A bedrock principle, as you said. And this alleged interference looks even worse when you consider how the task team was
Oh,
doing.
exactly. Mkhwanazi highlighted their effectiveness. He claimed a success rate over 50% for the cases they handled.
50%, that's huge compared to the national average. What's the average again?
Reportedly around 12.5% for all crimes nationally. So yes, significantly higher.
So why on earth, allegedly, shut down a unit that's actually working, especially on something as sensitive and critical as political killings?
That's the chilling question, isn't it? It raises the disturbing possibility that maybe the unit was too effective, that its success was somehow inconvenient or threatening to certain interests.
That's a deeply cynical but perhaps plausible explanation in this context. Okay, let's look at the key players mentioned in these reports, starting with the police minister, Senzo Mchunu.
Right. His name comes up frequently.
Initially, reports said he denied knowing Vusimuzi Matlala, we'll get to him in a moment, or receiving anything from him. And he downplayed his connection to another figure, Brown Motsi, calling him just a comrade.
Yes, that was the initial reporting, but then there seemed to be a slight shift.
What changed?
Later reports around July 9th stated the minister acknowledged knowing Motsi as a comrade, but felt the relationship was being overstated. A slight nuance, perhaps, but noticeable.
Interesting. But to his credit, didn't he take some action regarding Matlala's tender?
Yes, that's also reported. When suspicions about Matlala's SEPS tender surfaced, the minister apparently did initiate a review, which then led to the tender being terminated.
So some action was taken there, but the opposition isn't satisfied.
Not at all. The DA and the MK party have actually laid criminal charges against Minister Mchunu
On what grounds?
for allegedly misleading Parliament regarding his connections and knowledge. They argue that lying to Parliament is serious, akin to fraud, and there's legal precedent for it. So it's a significant challenge.
Very serious indeed. Okay, let's talk about Vusimuzi Kat Matlala. Businessman. What's his situation?
Well, currently, he's facing some very serious charges himself. Attempted murder, conspiracy to commit murder, related to an alleged plot against a former partner. He's in custody.
And his case is ongoing.
Yes, postponed to late August. And interestingly, he was reportedly found with a cell phone in his prison cell.
Ooh, that always raises eyebrows.
Yeah.
But the bigger connection here is financial, right?
Right. That's what the allegations center on. Reports claim he was awarded a massive $360 million police contract earlier this year.
$360 million, despite being under investigation already.
Apparently so. Under investigation by the SIU and the Hawks for a different procurement scandal worth billions. Yet he reportedly still got this new police contract.
How does that even happen? The vetting.
That's the multi-million rand question, isn't it? It suggests either massive failures in the system or potentially that the system was deliberately bypassed.
And Mkhwanazi's digital evidence allegedly links back to Matlala.
Yes, the analysis of electronic communications reportedly showed links between Matlala, Brown Motsi, and Minister Mchunu. There are claims of proof of payments from Matlala for the minister's political activities.
Wow. And reports also paint a picture of a very lavish lifestyle for Matlala.
Indeed. A large home, renting another place for $95,000 a month, and allegations he provided lavish gifts to top police officials.
Including a former police minister, Bheki Celi.
Yes, Seal reportedly stayed at Matlala's penthouse on 2 occasions, although Sealy has denied they were friends. But these alleged gifts raise questions about quid pro quo, what was expected in return.
Absolutely. It fuels that narrative of undue influence. Now, Brown Motsi described as an alleged confidant, an intermediary for Minister Mchunu.
Yes, seemingly operating outside formal police structures, but with alleged direct access to the minister.
What's he accused of doing?
Arranging high-level meetings,
Yeah.
supposedly relaying ministerial directives, brokering sensitive police matters, essentially acting as an unofficial channel.
And he allegedly sent Malala a copy of the letter disbanding the task team.
That's one of the specific claims, yes. And he also reportedly helped mobilize resources for a past political campaign, the CR-17 campaign.
So clearly politically connected, allegedly acting as a go-between. What are the risks of having these kinds of informal operators?
Lack of transparency is the big one. Accountability becomes almost impossible. Decisions get made in the shadows, bypassing official protocols. It creates fertile ground for potential manipulation and undue influence.
A shadow network, as you called it earlier.
Precisely. And finally, in this cast of characters, Deputy National Police Commissioner Shadrach Sibia is implicated.
How so?
He allegedly acted on the minister's instruction that disputed instruction to actually implement the disbandment of the task team and the withdrawal of those dockets. So the chain of command, or alleged chain of command, is really under scrutiny.
Okay, so with all these serious allegations swirling involving top officials, the public reaction must have been intense.
Oh, absolutely. Widespread outrage.
Yeah.
You mentioned the candlelight vigils, people showing up outside police stations in Gauteng, supporting Mkhwanazi, demanding an end to corruption.
It shows a real deep public concern, doesn't it? They see it directly affecting their safety.
Exactly. It's not just abstract political maneuvering to them. And political parties have mirrored that outrage. The DA, EFF, MK party. They're not just laying charges against Mchunu.
What else are they calling for?
Broader action. The EFF, for example, has made a pretty radical demand. Remove all SAPS officials, make them reapply, and have them independently vetted.
Wow. A complete overhaul. That speaks volumes about the level of distrust.
It certainly does. It suggests the belief that the problems are too deep for piecemeal solutions.
And Parliament is stepping in too.
Yes, the Speaker has mandated 3 parliamentary committees, Police, Justice, and Intelligence, to investigate urgently. They have a tight deadline, just 14 days.
14 days, that's fast. What are they looking at?
They're tasked with digging into the evidence, the legal frameworks, the actions taken by officials. They'll reportedly summon people implicated to testify. Key focus areas seem to be checks and balances, vetting procedures, and protecting whistleblowers like Mkhwanazi.
Is a parliamentary probe enough, though, given the scale of the allegations?
That's the debate. Many experts and analysts seem to believe there's substantial truth to Mkhwanazi's claims. And there's a growing chorus calling for something more, an independent commission of inquiry.
Led by, say, a retired judge, someone outside the political fray.
Exactly. The idea is to ensure impartiality and swift, decisive action. There's a weariness, I think, with inquiries that seem to drag on without clear outcomes. People want something seen as truly independent this time.
I understand that sentiment. So, looking at the bigger picture, if these allegations hold water, what does it mean for South Africa?
The implications are, frankly, terrifying. It's a direct threat to national security. It erodes public safety. It deepens that already existing trust deficit between citizens and the police.
And that has knock-on effects.
Huge ones. It fuels lawlessness. It damages the economy who wants to invest in a country where the police are seen as compromised. It deters job creation.
And the worst-case scenario.
Some analysts are warning about the police becoming, effectively, the chief criminal syndicate themselves. An institution meant to uphold the law, becoming its primary violator. That's a catastrophic failure for any democracy.
A truly frightening thought. Which brings us right to President Ramaphosa. He's in a tough spot.
Absolutely. A real pressure cooker moment. He's due to address the nation on Sunday evening, July 13th, after consultations.
What are people expecting from him? What's the pressure like?
Immense pressure. The calls are loud for immediate, decisive action. Suspend those implicated the minister, maybe others pending the outcome of a credible, independent inquiry.
No more stalling inquiries, as you put it.
Exactly. People seem fed up with processes that feel designed to delay rather than deliver accountability.
But it's politically tricky for him, isn't it?
Extremely. He's juggling his role as head of state with being leader of the ANC. Some of the officials implicated are reported political allies. Acting decisively might have internal party repercussions.
So it's a test.
A massive test. A test of his commitment to fighting corruption. A test of his leadership. Many see this as a pivotal moment, maybe even a battle for the soul of the SAPS.
Battle for the soul of the SAPS. That really captures the stakes. It feels like more than just another political scandal.
I agree. The implications here are so fundamental. Accountability, integrity, and public institutions, these aren't abstract concepts. They're essential for a functioning society that keeps its citizens safe. This moment could genuinely shape the future direction of law enforcement and public trust in South Africa for a long time.
A defining moment, indeed. Well, that's a sobering place to pause. Thank you for helping us unpack all of that today. And a big thank you to all of you for joining us on the Unseen Wisdom for this deep dive. We really value your time and attention. Please, do share your own thoughts down in the comments. What do you make of all this? And don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. As we leave you today, maybe chew on this. What does it really signify for a society when the very bodies meant to enforce the law face such profound allegations of compromise from within? And what power do ordinary citizens like you have in demanding accountability? Something to think about. Until next time, take care.